Hello everyone, it's been a while. I said many videos ago that I was afraid of making developer logs due to the next project being very early in development. Now I'm at the point where I feel comfortable making developer logs on it even though it's still early in development. It just made some more progress. But before I get into that, I at least want to make an intro video sort of explaining the next project. It's called The Stars Our Destination. The two main inspirations are Star Fox 64 and Tactics Ogre March of the Black Queen. It's basically going to be a turn-based strategy flight game. The planned game is split into 3 different gameplay sections. The first one, in chronological order, is the strategy screen. The player starts the mission and they decide where their pilots are going to go, and once the player has decided where they go, they end the turn and the enemies make their move. Mission objectives will consist of defeating the enemy units or protecting the mothership, stuff like that. Once one of the pilots collides with the enemy, that's when the player goes into 3D flight mode, where it's more traditional Star Fox. This is the mode I've been working on the most. Once you get rid of all the units or fulfill the mission objectives, the story progresses in 2D mode, where it's more of a hub world where the player character can walk around and talk with other characters and then decide when the next mission starts. The unique selling point, though, is that the resources, mainly health and character mortality, does not recover all that much mission to mission, meaning players have got to be careful about how they make their moves throughout the game. Lose one character in a level and they don't come back in future missions. I'm planning on different endings to compensate for this, something similar to the way Nier Automata handled its 26 endings. One thing I want to make sure, though, is that the player does not need to start the game all over again to get the ending they want. If a character dies in one mission and the player beat the mission anyway, the player can replay the mission just like how they started with that character being alive, and if they beat the mission with the character alive, the game will check the character data and make sure that character starts off as a choice in the next mission. As for the story, I got a basic idea about what I want to do, but I want to get the gameplay down and in a solid state before putting the metaphorical ink to paper. It's easier to write a story around gameplay than the other way around, especially if something turns out to not work or turns out not to be fun in development. I got a long list of research to keep me busy though. I'm hoping to get the game out in 2021 at the earliest due to being much higher in scope than Negative World was. A big part of it is my lack of budget, so I'm learning all the other disciplines. Developer logs will be posted on a weekly to bi-weekly basis. First one coming tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback. Take care of yourselves and have a good week.